Hello and welcome to the International Training School here in Ipswich. Today I'm going to walk you through the Jacobsen TR330. The TR330 is predominantly designed as a golf course, tees, surrounds, mower, that sort of thing. The idea with this machine, yes, it's a 3-unit tees type mower, but we have adaptive shift, so we have the ability to shift all 3 cutting units left and right. So it allows us to keep the cutting units closer to the edge of a tee or the edge of a bunker, but keeping the power unit that little bit further away. This is part of a range of machines, but this is the premium one, the TR330, as I said, with adaptive shift to move it from side to side. We've got the Kubota 24.8 horsepower diesel engine, so keeping it below the 25 horsepower bracket for stage 5. So it's got a standard engine in it, but plenty of power to do the cutting that this machine needs. We do have 3 options for cutting units on this machine. So what you see at the moment, we have the standard width US design cutting units. We do a larger version of this cutting unit or the UK designed cutting unit. So it gives it options then of 1.63 metre wide or 1.84 metre wide, depending on what size cutting unit you fit to it. So yeah, a bit of versatility with the machine, allowing a variety of uses to be done. With the TR330, we've taken a lot of time to actually get quite a sensible design out of the back end where the engine is. So right on the very end is your hydraulic tank. So the level in that doesn't really change much during the day, so it keeps that weight on the back as your counterbalance. So rather than a fuel tank back there that will actually drop during the day, the hydraulic tank pretty much stays the same, so we're keeping it just right for balance. The fuel tank itself is actually right in the very centre of the machine. So as the fuel level drops during the day, we're still keeping a very evenly balanced machine. For all your daily checks, we've got water, dipstick, radiator, all easy to get to. Even your servicing for the service technician, we've got hydraulic filter on the side here, easy to get a drip tray underneath, and your filters are all sort of external, they're not fitted to the engine, again making it a lot easier for the service technician to get to. You will notice we've got the hydraulic pump on the outside of the machine, and this is again done deliberately. So we've put the engine across the width of the machine here, so it's a transverse engine. Previously we used to have the engine and hydraulics going down the length of the machine, and that would actually lift your seat and your diesel tank up, so making the machine a higher centre of gravity. By putting the engine and the pump across the machine like that, we're actually lowering the centre of gravity and having it so it's direct drive, so there's no belts or anything to adjust on it. So the operator on the seat has a fully adjustable steering wheel and a fully adjustable seat, a little bit of springing in the seat as well, again keeping nice and comfortable. We've got armrests on both sides, seat belt to be used with the ROPS, and nice place to be. Forward and reverse on the pedal as usual, and very simple control for mow and transport speeds. The armrest on the right is fully adjustable, up, down, forward, back and tilting. Again, getting the operator very comfortable for his day's work. On here we have internal hydraulic brakes, so 0 maintenance, nothing to wear out. Keep them for the life of the machine, very usable. PTO switch, and then 2 controls for the cutting units. So the main joystick will do your up and down, lift and lower for the cutting units, and then a separate switch for adaptive shift, so moving those cutting units left and right. An important thing with these cutting units, when we do move them left and right, when I shift them all to my right, the cutting unit on the left is still further out on the machine than the wheel. So we're not driving over any uncut grass. Yeah, and this is quite important because as the grass gets flattened on your first pass, if you're driving over it, your second pass might still be flat, so it doesn't get a proper cut. So when we're shifting left and right, we don't have any wheels driving over uncut grass, because we've moved the wheels sort of slightly further into this machine. So very simple to use. We've got a colour screen on here now, and we've got the visibility on this, so we can use it in even bright sunlight and still see everything that's going on here. So on this particular machine, we have the US designed cutting units, the ones that used to fit to the Tri-King. Very strong, reliable cutting units, welded frame for that extra strength. We have the option to have grass boxes on here as well if we wanted to. This one happens to be set up without grass boxes, as you can see. But we've got cylinder to bottom blade adjustment on the nut on the top, and then we can do a large jump for your height of cut on the front roller, and then on the rear roller we've got opposing nuts, so we can really do fine adjustment for that rear roller, so you can get your height of cut very, very accurate. But it's a very simple cutting unit to use. And this is the smaller cutting unit. We do a slightly larger one as well if you wanted that extra width of cut, or to get even more offset with the adaptive shifting left and right of all three cutting units.